Eli had always wished for a little more time. Just 5 minutes more to finish an exam. 5 minutes to savor a sunrise. 5 minutes to stop a mistake. So when he discovered a small brass stopwatch tucked away in an old box in his grandfather's attic, he could never have guessed how literally his wish would come true. The discovery happened on a rainy Saturday. Eli wound the delicate stem of the watch just to hear it tick, and jokingly muttered, "I wish everything would just stop for 5 minutes." In that instant, the world froze. The rain outside halted in midair, each droplet glittering like a suspended jewel. The ticking of the watch was the only sound in a world gone utterly silent. Eli's heart raced, at first with fear, then with wonder. He looked around his room. His cat, mid-leap, hung motionless above the windowsill, eyes wide. Outside, a flock of pigeons hovered in the sky, wings frozen mid-flap. On the street below, cars and people were paused mid-stride, their faces locked in whatever expression they'd worn a second before. Eli realized he was the only one who could move. He raced around the house, calling out for his mom, but no one answered. Only the steady, echoing tick of the stopwatch followed him. At first, Eli marveled at the strange peace of it all. He could wander anywhere, look through old photos, eat cookies without anyone knowing, even play a trick or two on his older sister. But within moments, he noticed the thin second hand creeping steadily forward. He had 5 minutes, no more, no less. After that, time would resume, and the world would be none the wiser. The first few pauses were experiments. Eli saved himself from missing the bus by dashing out the door. After time froze, or quickly cleaning up a broken glass before anyone saw. He found it exhilarating, almost addicting. But the limit was real. 5 minutes, no exceptions. The stopwatch wound down, and a reality snapped back like a rubber band. It wasn't long before Eli saw the power and the danger of his new ability. At school, during a test, he paused time to check his notes, but guilt gnawed at him, and he stopped after only a few seconds. He saw bullies cornering a classmate, and in the stillness of a frozen world, moved the frightened boy to safety, rearranged backpacks, and left a note that simply said, "You're not alone." Time resumed, and the bullies were bewildered, the boy confused but safe. Eli began to understand the responsibility that came with his secret. He helped where he could, catching a runaway dog, stopping a vase from crashing to the ground at his neighbor's house, retrieving a lost earring for his grandmother. Each act took only moments, but 5 minutes was never quite enough to fix everything he wished he could. One day, Eli saw a car skidding on a wet street toward a child chasing a ball. Without thinking, he pressed the stopwatch. The world went silent. He sprinted across the frozen street, heart hammering, feeling the crushing weight of every precious second. The child was almost unreachable, and Eli struggled to drag him out of harm's way. His breath was short. He could feel the second hand approaching its end. In a panic, Eli managed to pull the boy to safety just as time snapped back into place. The car screeched to a halt where the child had just stood, and people screamed, but the boy was safe. Eli slumped on the curb, shaking. That night, Eli stared at the stopwatch. 5 minutes. So little, but sometimes just enough. He understood now. Pausing time wasn't about endless freedom or escaping mistakes. It was a gift to be used wisely, to help, to appreciate, to be present for small, important moments. With each use, he grew more careful, using his power not to cheat or hide, but to do good in quiet ways. Eventually, Eli stopped wishing for more time. He learned to treasure what he had. to slow down and pay attention, stopwatch or no stopwatch. And though he kept the little brass watch in his pocket, its tick became a gentle reminder that sometimes the best moments are the ones you spend fully awake, knowing time is moving and you're moving with it.